We don't just like it, we do it.
Oh, we're live.
Hello. I'm Karen Fagan, licensed professional counselor.
I'm Melinda Jacobs, trauma-informed coach and hypnotherapist, and we are
Therapists
healers who swear a lot.
We even practice.
Yes. High five. We did it.
Well, sort of. I buffed it.
Did you fuck it up? Should we do it again?
I totally fucked it. Yes. We are healers
who swear a lot. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So dorky. And yet.
But that's so us.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. How you doing, Karen?
Oh, man. Tough world, Melinda. Yeah. Let's come up with something brilliant to say. Hey, I've been wondering, how's your group going?
Oh, so I did this, created this coaching program called The Missing Ingredients to Mindful Health and Weight Loss. It's amazing. Like every time I go to create a class, like I have the whole outline done, right? But I create the slideshow and all of that, the PowerPoint each week. It's so good. It's so rich. It just, it's amazing. And this week's topic, we're talking about emotional intelligence, which I have to say, so this is a 7-week coaching program, right? So, in and out, little quick thing. And I have created another coaching course that's 3 months long, and it's called Unlocking Emotional Intelligence, something like Up-Leveling Resilience and Wisdom, something like that. 3 months to talk about emotional intelligence, and that was powerful. And I'm supposed to talk about emotional intelligence in 1 day, and I'm like,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. But I want to share this with you. So each week I put together like really powerful quotes that really open up a deeper conversation about the topic each week. And, given recent events, I found this quote, and I very much admire Viktor Frankl. And for those of you who don't know, Viktor Frankl wrote many books, one of them being called Man's Search for Meaning. And he recounts his experience of being in concentration camps in Nazi Germany. And what I love about what he did is without books, without pencils, without paper, they started educating themselves. They never stopped learning. And that was one of the things that got them through. So here's my quote. See if it works. Yes. So we're talking about
favorite quote.
Yeah. So we're talking about emotional intelligence. And this is such a powerful quote that emotional intelligence is about, expanding your awareness, learning more, having better responses, more awareness, and the ability to self-regulate. And so Viktor says between stimulus and response, there is a space. I just want to stop there and just give space to that line. It's so powerful. And in that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Powerful, powerful quote. And so it was an amazing class. And one of my participants is in Israel right now.
Oh my goodness.
Going into bomb shelters. And so it was just a very powerful thing to recognize, this course is really about shifting our patterns around food and around our body and how we love and nurture ourselves. And I believe that emotional intelligence and learning to be present to emotions is the key for getting out of dysfunctional food, eating, addiction, all of that. Once we figure out how to sit and be present to ourselves in all the feels in a way that we're not judging it, in a way where we're being kind, compassionate, and maybe even curious about it, that is a skill set that will exponentially launch someone into a better life.
100%. It's discerning the difference between a response and a reaction.
Yeah, right. Because what I often find is and even with myself, I'm learning even within my own self and my own eating patterns, is that last week we talked about the addict brain and how the brain is hardwired to seek pleasure. And that it is absolutely against the system and all the wiring and all the programming to go into intentionally to go into discomfort. So when we have this pattern of eating to soothe ourselves because the world's on fire, and that's what Melinda does. It is uncomfortable. It's consciously choosing discomfort over the brain's seeking pleasure. And so, I mean, it's a big deal. It's like, it's instant. Like, it's not even a moment of recognizing, oh my gosh, I'm feeling really nervous and scared. What I'm recognizing is I want to go eat something and I want it now.
Because it skips that part of your brain. It goes straight to your limbic system,
right?
And like shortcuts the part of your brain that makes decisions.
That's right. So it's been really cool. I've been really enjoying it. My participants are, I just watch their minds every week just go.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, it's so fun. And it's powerful. I'm going to do it again. And definitely I'm going to be offering the Unlocking Emotional Intelligence because, oof, we need that right now.
Ooh, when might that happen?
It's a good question. I think it might happen the end of next month.
I see. And how would people find out about that and sign up?
Oh my gosh, Karen, you're so good. Let's see. You could go to mvjacobs.com and very soon I'll have a tab. I don't think it's quite ready yet to take registration, but it'll be there once it's up and running. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. Yeah, I aspire to have a website that does more than say, hi, that's it.
I'm here. Here's my phone.
The person who built this website never finished it. That's what it says on page 2.
Thank God my web designer, he's not allowed to, we told him, like, there's a group of us that he serves, and we told him he's not allowed to leave ever because we need him.
Yeah, I need to find somebody who'll do that. It's just hard to, I mean, I don't know that it's a lot of money, and I don't know that it would benefit me that much, but boy, people, you have such, if you haven't checked out Melinda's website, she's got so many amazing resources on it. So many.
I have my badassery oracle.
Yep.
Would you like a card pulled for these interesting times, Karen?
That'd be fabulous. Don't forget to mention your new meditation library.
Oh, and I have a new meditation library. That's so exciting.
Oh, and I always think that I like to listen to your meditations because I know you and I pretend you're talking to me, and it just makes it a little bit about me.
Because I am talking to you.
That hearts.
Hearts. All right, hold on to your bootstraps for this one. This one's a little bit of a bitter pill.
Okay, I'm ready. It's pretty.
The world is your mirror. Depends on what part of the world you're looking at. What if everything you see and experience, beloved, is a perfect reflection of you? Now, before your minds jump in and say, but that does not represent me, that is not a reflection to me, just take a breath, listen on. And what if everything is working for you? Well, how is that happening over there working for? Just hold your breath. Just take a breath. Breathe with me. Listen on. These are two power-packed questions. These two power-packed questions offer deep understanding and healing. If all is a reflection of you, then when you see struggle and strife, people acting out in questionable ways, you get to ask yourself, where am I within my own self acting in a similar way? Well, but I'm not doing that. Now, when I first started, I have voices in my head and talking to my guides, and I asked them, I needed a physical representation of the emotional healing process. And they said, well, go check out videos on exploding sebaceous cysts. Now, that's just disgusting and gross. And like a train wreck, I couldn't look away because I'm a little bit because I'm an anatomy freak. I love it. And so I'm watching these videos, gross, can't stop, amazing, fascinated. and I said to my guys at some point, it's like, okay, yeah, but that I don't have these huge swollen, gross oozing pockets of pus on my body. And they said, yeah, but check your anger.
Oh.
So if all is a reflection of you, then when you see struggle or strife, people acting out in questionable ways, you get to ask yourself, where am I within my own self acting in a similar way? It might not be exactly similar. We all hold our shadow places within. These are our growth edges. And if the reflection is for you, the next question to ask is, based on what I'm experiencing, who do I want to be in this situation?
Favorite question. Love that.
Love that question. Who do I want to be in this situation and in the world? As Abraham Hicks teaches, we are surrounded by contrast so that we can clarify what we want and make steps towards being that higher version of ourselves. So be gentle with these questions as you self-reflect. The world is here to support you into knowing that your wholeness already exists right here, right now. The world is your mirror.
That brings us back to Viktor Frankl, right? In the space is choice about who do I want to be in this moment.
I of course, on social media, there's all sorts of, well, he said this and now he's saying that, all of that. And I went to repost one of those and I was adding to it and I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked myself, do I want to be part of the energy that's continually pointing out the problem? Because that's not helping.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't post it because I stopped and I paused and I made a choice of who do I want to be in this moment. I want to be someone who's more about hope and connecting to a deeper truth and inspiration. I don't need to repeat what everybody already knows. That's not helpful.
And that's one of the things that I really hold on to is that sense of somehow, some way, this is all, depending on your bent, right? It's working together for good. It's working for you, whatever. But somehow, some way, we might not see it. We might not get to see it. This is okay. And that hurts me to say it a lot. Oh.
Yeah, I agree. And I think of, I look at nature. I look at the human body kind of as the model.
Yeah,
and what
like
I know.
Forest fire.
Pardon?
Kind of like a forest fire.
Exactly like a forest fire. Exactly like a fever. Exactly. It's the system finding its balance and knowing that the system is going to heal and homeostasis will be restored. There is an intelligence here in this body. There is an intelligence, believe it or not, that is operating in and through all of humanity that is up leveling. There's more people today that know about the power of prayer, that understand frequency and vibration and what we say and what we put out into the world. There's more people now that understand that. And so, we're up leveling. I know it's just not as fast as people would like it to be.
No kidding.
And
sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it.
What do you hear? Melinda's in Sedona, the woo-woo capital of America. And what do you hear about like group gatherings of people like getting together on Zoom for an hour, millions of people like promoting, like putting energy together? What do you hear about that? Do you know anything about that?
Oh my gosh, there's yeah, lots of people, lots of spiritual centers, lots of people are just getting together, holding vigil, coming together and meditate. I do a guided meditation every Monday night on Insight Timer, just for that reason, right? Is to bring people into that knowing and understanding. I went to a sound healing bath Friday night. I went to a sound healing bath Saturday night in Sedona because people are gathering, knowing a higher truth, holding that peace, holding that love, emanating love out into the world. Dr. Joe's community of thousands and thousands and thousands of people will do spontaneous coherence healings for the planet when these things, break out. And so it's happening all over the world. People are holding the high watch. People are holding prayer vigils, it's everywhere. At least in my world it is.
I live in Strasburg, Colorado. It's less in my world.
Hi, Ike.
Oh, Ike.
Oh, Ike. And even still, I think that to even ask the question is, where is that community, puts you in the frequency and the vibration of it. I was sharing with Karen before we went live, I'm starting to find a spiritual community here because I was staying in the question of where's my peeps? Where can I go? I'm starting to hang out and do the things that resonate for me. So I'd say get online and go to Meetup and look for prayer groups, look for sound healings. And so, yeah, they're around, they exist, and a lot of them are online. And absolutely, you could, I'm sure, easily find prayer groups or meditation groups who are holding the high watch for.
I think there's such power in that.
Yeah.
In coming together at the same time with a united intent.
Lynn McTaggart has a project that she does. She does this project every year called the Intention Project. She picks one city, does all of this data gathering about the crime rates in that city, does not announce the city, gets thousands of people around the planet to hold an intention for 10 minutes at the same time for like 5 or 7 days, and then goes back months later and studies the absolute drop in violent crime. This year's study, Washington, D.C.
Wow.
And I got to be in the room when she announced it, and I just started crying because, of all the places in the world, we need to be holding that intention of peace and healing and harmony and reduction in crime, including in Congress and in the White House, even in the higher ups, to see that. And so I'm excited to see what her data says about this year's Intention Project.
I'm very interested in all of this because I think there's such power in it. And I think, me being me, I tend to get a little too rigid around it. And I'm like, no, it has to be like 7:00 on a Tuesday and we all have to do it at the same time. And like, there's a piece of me that's like, it doesn't work like that. But that feels so great. I've done a few of those like worldwide meditation project things, and it just feels amazing. And it makes me realize like how there's really not that here in Strasburg, Colorado.
Yeah, when 2 or more are gathered. Every year, Dr. Joe does a Walk for the World meditation where people all around the world at the same time go in and do a walking meditation and hold that frequency and vibration of peace on the earth. And I know it's making a difference. And sometimes it's hard to see that when it looks like things are amplifying in not the most pleasant way. But again, that's the forest fire. That's the vomiting. That's the diarrhea. That's the system correcting. We have to get it up and out. And so that's the hard part, is to remember that this is healing. This is the healing.
Yeah. It's hard to look at what's happening and not have fear, but that's again, in between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space there is a choice. Yeah. That's the choice. Am I going to live in fear, or am I going to live in hope? I don't have control over a lot, but I have control over that.
I think I posted like a little meme that said, both fear and faith require you to believe in something you can't see. You choose. Yeah. And so, I'm definitely going to go to faith. I'm going to trust. I have such a deep connection to that angelic realm. It's like they're right next to me. They're all around me. And so I feel very comforted by it. But that doesn't mean I don't get scared. I was so scared this weekend. Ugh, so scared. Did your doorbell just ring?
No, I just hear clunking noises over there. So, if I don't talk to you tomorrow, serial killer.
Okay. Well, there's that. We all gotta go somehow, somewhere.
But again, Strasburg, Colorado. Good thing, like A, not a lot of energetic healings out here, but also B, not a lot of serial killers.
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of true crime, and they seem to be just everywhere. So whatever.
Okay,
Whatever.
they don't seem as popular as they used to be, but that's a whole nother topic.
Karen, what's one thing you want people to hold on to? We're gonna wrap up.
That Viktor Frankl quote is my favorite. I use it in my office all the time, and the absolute importance of being aware of that space and making the choice about who do I want to be? How do I want to show up in this moment?
Yeah.
How about you?
For me, I just know that magic's afoot. I know that more people are more conscious and more aware than they've ever been. And there are people on the planet that do understand frequency and vibration, and they're doing it. I saw something from Dr. David Hawkins, who did the map of consciousness, and he assigned these numbers. And he said it takes one person to hold this higher frequency of love and unity, and it will impact, I think it said 160,000 people who are unaware. So it doesn't take everyone to lift the all. One person can make a huge difference. And so if you just take a moment to feel grateful about something, do that. You're lifting the whole when you do. If you just take a moment and just say, wow, I'm so grateful that I have a home, and that I am safe, and that I don't have a bomb shelter that I have to run into. Like, that's perspective shift.
That's one of the things I hear every day. I feel so powerless. What can I do? What can I do? Folks, that's what you can do.
Right. And go be kind. Smile. Go smile at someone.
Right? Big. Big.
It makes the world feel better, and it makes you feel better.
Statistically and measurably, not just like, no, it's a fluffy feeling.
Yeah, no, it matters. Thanks, Karen. I love you.
I love you. You're amazing. Keep us posted on these next courses. They're awesome.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Deal.
See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.